Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Canada immigration breaking updates. Recent developments in Canada's immigration and labour policies highlight significant shifts in support for temporary residents, particularly in critical sectors like healthcare and trades. The Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada is considering extending post-graduation work permits to workers in these essential fields, potentially offering longer-term stability and pathways to permanent residency. This initiative underscores efforts to retain skilled individuals and address labor shortages within key industries. If you are interested in this topic, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Provinces advocate extended post-graduation work permits. Minister Marc Miller of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada has confirmed that provinces are seeking extended post-graduation work permits for individuals in healthcare and specific trades. This request aims to retain skilled workers in key sectors vital to Canada's economy and public health. IRCC Minister engages with provincial immigration leaders. Minister Marc Miller convened with provincial and territorial immigration ministers at the Forum of Ministers responsible for immigration recently. This collaborative platform provided an opportunity to discuss pressing immigration issues and coordinate efforts to enhance Canada's immigration policies and programs. Minister assures flexibility pending data. In response to the province's requests for extended PGWPs, Minister Miller assured that IRCC is open to accommodating them, pending the provision of supporting data from the provinces. This data-driven approach ensures that immigration policies are informed by accurate information and align with provincial needs. Optimism amid work in progress. Acknowledging that there is still work to be done, Minister Miller expressed optimism about the progress made during the FMRI meeting. The engagement of provincial ministers in seeking solutions reflects a proactive approach to addressing immigration challenges collectively. Balancing immigration priorities. Discussions at the FMRI centered on achieving a balanced approach to immigration priorities. Minister Miller highlighted the importance of integrating temporary workers into Canada's immigration planning to ensure equitable distribution of immigration benefits across the country. Supporting asylum seekers and humanitarian response. All FMRI ministers reached a consensus on the importance of supporting asylum seekers and managing humanitarian crises through a new federal policy framework under development. This collaborative effort underscores Canada's commitment to upholding humanitarian values in its immigration policies. Call for data sharing on temporary residents. The immigration ministers emphasized the need for data sharing on temporary residents, particularly regarding their transition to permanent residency through provincial nominee programs. This information is essential for informed decision-making in immigration planning. Commitment to collaboration. While not all topics reached complete agreement, Minister Miller affirmed the commitment to collaborate with the provinces going forward. This commitment reflects the shared responsibility of federal and provincial governments in shaping Canada's immigration landscape. Federal government's 3-year plan to reduce temporary residents. Looking ahead, the federal government aims to reduce the proportion of temporary residents in Canada to 5% over the next 3 years, down from the current 6.2%. This strategic goal aligns with efforts to prioritize permanent immigration pathways. Prioritizing provincial nominee programs, PNPs. The ministers acknowledged recent enhancements to the provincial nominee program, which plays a crucial role in attracting skilled workers to specific provinces. The revised immigration levels plan emphasizes the importance of PNPs in meeting Canada's economic immigration targets. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Strategies to attract immigrants beyond urban centers. Discussions also focused on strategies to attract and retain immigrants outside major urban centers. This includes supporting francophone immigration and streamlining immigration processes to enhance opportunities for immigrants in diverse regions of Canada. Addressing immigration's role in economic growth. Immigration plays a significant role in Canada's economic growth and population expansion by stabilizing immigration at 500,000 new permanent residents annually by 2025 and 2026. Canada aims to address labor market demands and housing shortages nationwide. One way to decrease temporary residents is to make them permanent, ministers suggest. In a recent address, Immigration Minister Marc Miller emphasized a strategic approach to managing Canada's population of temporary residents, signaling an intent to transition certain visa holders into permanent residency status. This move comes amid growing concerns over the impact of temporary migration on Canada's economy and social fabric. In discussions with provincial and territorial counterparts, Minister Miller explored avenues to curtail the influx of new temporary residents while facilitating pathways to permanent residency for eligible individuals. However, he stressed that this transition won't be an open door for all, underscoring the need for a selective and measured approach. 2. Provincial and territorial collaboration. Minister Miller's discussions with provincial and territorial ministers marked a pivotal moment in Canada's immigration strategy. Several provincial ministers advocated for expanding their immigration programs as a means to facilitate the conversion of temporary residents into permanent ones. This collaborative approach reflects a shared commitment to addressing the challenges posed by temporary migration while harnessing the potential of immigrants to contribute to Canada's economic and social well-being. 3. Setting targets for population management. The overarching goal articulated by Minister Miller is to temper Canada's population growth by reducing the proportion of temporary residents, which stood at 6.2% of the total population in 2023, down to 5% within the next 3 years. This ambitious target underscores the gravity of the policy changes ahead and reflects a proactive stance towards managing immigration dynamics. 4. Developing new targets. Over the summer months, federal, provincial, and territorial entities will collaborate to establish new targets for temporary residency. These targets will be informed by a comprehensive analysis of labor market needs, economic considerations, and social impacts. Minister Miller's approach emphasizes the need for a balanced and evidence-based strategy to ensure sustainable population management. 5. Integrated policy framework. Experts caution against viewing population targets in isolation. Mikhail Skuterin, a labor economist from the University of Waterloo, stresses the interconnectivity of various policy aspects within the immigration system. Skuterin's insights highlight the importance of an integrated policy framework that addresses the broader implications of immigration policies on labor markets, housing, and social cohesion. 6. Curbing influx of international students. Minister Miller's efforts to curb the influx of international students through a 2-year cap on new admissions reflect a strategic approach to managing temporary migration. By aligning student admissions with long-term immigration objectives, Canada seeks to optimize the contribution of international students to its economy and society while ensuring responsible population management. 7. Streamlining asylum claim processing. In addition to addressing temporary migration, the Canadian government is working to streamline asylum claim processing and deportation procedures. These measures aim to enhance the efficiency and fairness of Canada's immigration system while maintaining robust safeguards for individuals seeking asylum. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. 8. Addressing the temporary workforce. A critical area yet to be comprehensively addressed is the population of temporary work permit holders, which has expanded significantly in recent years. Skuterin attributes this surge to changes in the criteria for permanent residency, which have inadvertently incentivized lower-skilled workers to seek temporary work in hopes of securing permanent status. Addressing this challenge requires a nuanced approach that balances labor market demands with long-term immigration goals. 9. Negotiating visa reallocation. A key challenge for policymakers is negotiating how to reallocate temporary visas, which have become essential for employers across various sectors. This shift in policy direction is expected to encounter complexities, evident in Manitoba's experience, where announcements of scaled-back immigration have triggered a rush of applications for permanent residency through provincial nominee programs. Effective negotiation and collaboration between federal and provincial authorities are essential to achieving a balanced approach. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. 10. Mitigating immediate concerns. To address immediate concerns stemming from policy changes, Minister Miller granted an extension of federal work permits for approximately 6,700 newcomers in Manitoba. This measure provides individuals with additional time to pursue permanent residency applications, ensuring continuity and stability for both immigrants and employers. 11. Impact on population growth and labor market. While measures to manage population growth may alleviate housing pressures, they could also exacerbate labor shortages. Andrew Grantham, an executive director at CIBC Economics, highlights potential consequences of population restrictions, suggesting that companies might need to raise wages to retain or attract workers. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. This shift could challenge the viability of some businesses reliant on low-wage foreign labor, necessitating a careful balancing of economic imperatives and social considerations. 12. Provincial labor needs and policy development. Looking ahead, the labor needs of individual provinces will play a pivotal role in shaping policy discussions. The forthcoming publication of new temporary visa targets in the fall will provide further clarity on the path forward, enabling provinces to align their immigration strategies with local economic priorities. In conclusion, Minister Miller's approach to managing Canada's population of temporary residents underscores the importance of collaboration, evidence-based policy development, and proactive population management. By striking a balance between economic imperatives, labor market dynamics, and social considerations, Canada aims to optimize the contribution of immigrants to its society while ensuring sustainable population growth and economic resilience. The challenges ahead require a comprehensive and integrated approach that leverages the expertise of federal, provincial, and territorial authorities to achieve shared objectives in immigration policy. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Canada to extend work permits of 6,700 temporary residents in Manitoba. Manitoba's initiative to extend work permits, supporting temporary workers' transition to permanent residency. Manitoba has recently secured a groundbreaking work permit extension policy, marking a significant step towards addressing the concerns of temporary residents with expiring work authorizations. Spearheaded by Immigration Minister Marc Miller, this new initiative promises open work permits to approximately 6,700 eligible temporary workers in Manitoba whose current work authorizations are set to expire within the year 2024. Minister Miller made this announcement following Manitoba's formal request to extend the work status of temporary residents employed within the province. This initiative is driven by Manitoba's reliance on these temporary workers to fulfill crucial provincial labor needs. The forthcoming public policy, according to Minister Miller, will grant eligible temporary workers in Manitoba's Provincial Nominee Program expression of interest pool access to open work permits. Additionally, Minister Miller expressed optimism that these applicants, upon receiving formal nomination from Manitoba, will transition into permanent residency within the next 2 years. Under this policy, eligible individuals could potentially obtain open work permits extending until 2026. Notably, Manitoba's Provincial Nominee Program recently conducted a significant round of invitations for the international education stream on May 2, underscoring the province's commitment to attracting and retaining skilled workers. Expected launch and implementation details. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. The launch of the new work permit extension policy is imminent. Minister Miller's official correspondence with Manitoba's Immigration Minister outlines forthcoming details in a letter of intent, which will specify the policy's parameters, qualifying criteria, and additional conditions. Included in this communication will be specifics such as a performance reporting schedule, ensuring transparency and accountability in the execution of this policy. Minister Miller also hinted at the opportune timing to revisit the Canada-Manitoba Immigration Agreement, proposing discussions on leveraging Manitoba's Provincial Nominee Program to facilitate the transition of more temporary residents into permanent residency. The implementation of this facilitative measure underscores Canada's commitment to positively impacting prospective nominees by granting them the ability to continue working in Manitoba while their PNP applications are in progress. In the long run, transitioning temporary residents into permanent status will augment Manitoba's skilled labor pool, contributing to the province's economic growth and stability. Provincial Nominee Program's active role. In addition to the federal-level support from Minister Miller's office, Manitoba's Provincial Nominee Program has taken proactive steps to assist temporary residents facing expired or expiring work permits. Effective April 26, the MPNP has prioritized the assessment of applications from individuals holding post-graduation work permits and other work permits nearing expiration. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. To expedite this priority processing, applicants whose work authorizations are either expired or set to expire within the next 45 days are required to notify the MPNP by completing the Skilled Worker web form. This initiative underscores Manitoba's commitment to supporting and retaining skilled workers within its borders. Potential impact across provinces. Manitoba's proactive approach to addressing expiring work permits sets a precedent for other provinces grappling with similar immigration challenges. The nationwide discussion surrounding the plight of international students on post-graduation work permits with expiring credentials has spurred calls for similar actions in other provinces. As the country observes Manitoba's initiative unfold, questions arise about whether other provinces will follow suit in offering temporary residents pathways to open work permits. Minister Miller's annual meeting with provincial and territorial immigration ministers on May 10 serves as a critical forum for discussing broader immigration strategies and potential collaborative efforts to support temporary residents across Canada. This meeting could pave the way for coordinated action and policy harmonization among provinces facing similar immigration-related challenges. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Unemployment rate in Alberta jumps to 7%, as per new StatCan data. Unemployment trends and economic analysis in Alberta and Canada. In April 2024, Alberta's unemployment rate surged to 7%, up from 6.3% the previous month. According to the latest release by Statistics Canada, this increase of 0.7 percent points reflects a growing number of job seekers in the province, despite no significant changes in employment levels during the month. Meanwhile, the national unemployment rate across Canada remained unchanged at 6.1%, with British Columbia experiencing the largest decrease to 5%, a drop of 0.5%. The impact of these shifts is particularly pronounced in Calgary, Alberta's largest city and a major economic hub. Calgary's unemployment rate reached 7.9% in April, marking a substantial increase of 1.2 percent points from March. This rise is largely attributed to a surge in the labor force participation rate, indicating more people actively seeking employment rather than a decline in available jobs. One significant factor contributing to Calgary's challenging job market is the Alberta is Calling campaign, which aimed to attract workers to the province but appears to have unexpectedly strained the local job market. Additionally, the influx of immigrants from other Canadian provinces has further influenced the dynamics of Calgary's employment landscape, creating a paradoxical situation where both record employment and skyrocketing unemployment coexist. The intensified competition for jobs poses a particular challenge for long-term Calgary residents, who now face increased difficulty in finding suitable employment opportunities. This scenario underscores the complexity of Alberta's economic situation and the need for comprehensive strategies to address labor market imbalances. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Nationwide unemployment trends beyond Alberta's borders. Canada is witnessing a notable increase in unemployment rates in April 2024. The total number of unemployed individuals in Canada rose to 1.3 million, representing an increase of 256,000 compared to April 2023. The national unemployment rate, which stood at 5.7% in January 2024, has steadily climbed to 6.1% by April, remaining unchanged at this level. Comparatively, when adjusted to United States standards, Canada's unemployment rate in April was 5.1%. Notably higher than the U.S. rate of 3.9% over the past year. Canada has experienced a 1.0 percent point increase in unemployment, whereas the United States saw a more modest 0.5 percent point increase over the same period. Economic impact and policy implications. These statistics highlight broader economic challenges facing Canada and its provinces, particularly in managing labor market dynamics amidst shifting demographics and economic conditions. The rise in unemployment rates signifies a growing need for targeted policy interventions to stimulate job creation, enhance workforce training, and promote economic resilience. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. For Alberta, addressing the complexities of its labor market requires nuanced approaches that balance immigration policies, workforce development initiatives, and strategic investments in key industries. Calgary, as a focal point of economic activity, necessitates tailored interventions to alleviate unemployment pressures and support sustainable economic growth. In conclusion, the recent surge in unemployment rates in Alberta and across Canada underscores the multifaceted nature of contemporary labor market challenges. Effective policy responses must integrate both short-term measures to address immediate job market disruptions and long-term strategies to foster inclusive economic growth and employment opportunities for all Canadians. In light of rising unemployment rates, such initiatives by the Canadian government are crucial for supporting both temporary residents and the broader workforce. Extending work permits and exploring pathways to permanent residency not only bolsters essential sectors like healthcare and trades but also reflects a commitment to inclusive economic recovery. These measures signify a proactive approach to labor market challenges, aiming to strengthen Canada's workforce and provide stability for residents across various provinces. That is all for today. In this video, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.